Wireless Dolby Atmos was a headline feature of CES 22, so which of the bars will have it, and will it be any good? Hey team, I'm Josh. The new 2022 soundbar releases are just around the corner, so in this video we'll look at what's expected from each of the major brands in the coming months. Excuse the temporary filming area, I've just moved house and I'm building my studio as we speak. Anyway, let's get to it. We'll start with Samsung. Their flagship soundbar to replace the very popular Q950A will be the Q990B. It'll have the same 11.1.4 channels as its predecessor, but the biggest improvements are the front-facing LED display, which I'm super happy about, a metal finish of the dust-catching fabric, and a larger subwoofer, which they claim to have a deeper bass response, but we'll put that to the test in the full review. Q Symphony is back again this year, which is Samsung's communication protocol between a compatible 2022 Samsung TV that uses a soundbar in conjunction with the TV speakers to give you a more encapsulating soundstage. I wasn't that impressed with previous iterations of this technology due to the slight latency in sound, so hopefully this is fixed in the new generation. Wireless Dolby Atmos will be available in the Q990B, which means that if you don't want to plug an HDMI cable between the TV and soundbar for aesthetic reasons or convenience, you can still get a compressed version of Atmos. Bear in mind, this is only available on select Samsung TVs. I'd still highly suggest you use an HDMI cable if you can, as that'll give you an uncompressed signal which has more detail in it. I see the wireless capability being used by a smaller group of people, but it's a great step forward in getting full uncompressed Atmos wirelessly in the coming years. Soundbars are all about getting great sound from a small package with less wires than a home theater, and in the future I do see them only requiring a power cable to work, and then eventually getting the power to be wireless too. Before we move on, I just want to quickly mention the new Frame TV soundbars, which are super slim and come in multiple colors. When installing Frame TVs, I've always suggested to my customers that they put the soundbar on the cabinet, as the bar will stick off the wall way more than the TV, and it distracts it from being a picture frame. These new bars are a much better option, and the color can be matched to the TV for a seamless look. The SP11RA replacement will be the S95QR. What's with these crazy model numbers? Anyway, the most obvious addition is the center upward firing driver that seeks to give you an increased dialogue clarity. They've increased the drivers from a 7.1.4 to a 9.1.5, with the rear speakers getting an extra driver each for better placement in small rooms. You'll notice the wedge shape of those surrounds, and that's to give a 135-degree beam of sound, so if you need to place them a little off angle, it'll still give you good rear coverage. That's the theory, but we'll have to give that a good test. Music lovers should get a better listening experience with the upmixing of 2-channel audio to 7.1 through the Meridian music mode. Along with Atmos and DTS:X, they've added IMAX Enhanced. Elin Osborne has done a great in-depth video on this, which I'll leave a link to in the description. Wireless Dolby Atmos will also be available in this bar when paired with a new LG TV. The overall appearance of this new system seems to be a great improvement and looks more premium than its predecessor. The subwoofer also has changed aesthetically, and I hope they've given the sub more power, as I found that area lacking on the previous model. If you guys are looking forward to these new soundbars, then stick around by subscribing to Archway Tech, as I'll be getting many of these soundbars in for review very soon. At this point in time, the other big players, Sonos, Bose, Sony, Klipsch and JBL, haven't announced any new flagship bars for 2022. Sonos and Bose will keep the ARC and 900 around for many years to come, so I'm not expecting any big soundbar releases from them this year. I'm hoping Sonos comes out with upward firing ones and a mini sub, as that'll be a great complement to the Beam Gen 2. Sony has only recently released the HTA7000 and HTA9, which can be hard to find depending on where you live. They announced a much lower end soundbar at CES, and I don't see them releasing another flagship till at least the end of this year, maybe early 2023. Klipsch had a massive year in 2021 with the release of the Cinema 1200, 700 and 600 at the end of 2020. They were more interested in the reference speakers at CES, so no soundbars from them in the near future, but there could be a release towards the end of this year. JBL was similar to Klipsch, with their focus elsewhere on Bluetooth speakers, headphones and earbuds. That being said, the 9.1 still holds up in 2022 as the cheaper Dolby Atmos option. Based on what we know about the new soundbars, if you're looking at the current models such as the Q950A, SP11RA or 9.1 and you can get them at a good discount, I'd go for it. These new bars seem like a nice spec bump with a few cool features, but they'll most likely be released at a price tag around the $1,700 to $2,000 mark. If you want to know how the current models stack up against each other, then check out my big soundbar comparison here. With that, let me know in the comments which of these features you're most excited about and what you'd like me to touch on in their full reviews. Anyway, that's all from me. See you guys soon.